Hi all, hope all of you are safe and sound. We all are going through the tough times. No matter what happened around us, we should go ahead with our passion and dream. So, we have to change our learning method into online. Okay, I'm Mufida, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Science, PKCICS Arts and Science College, Mathura. Today onwards, we begin our online classes. We start the portions that we kept behind in our second semester due to COVID-19. Okay, let us start. Okay, in this video, we are going to discuss about arrays in C. So, before going to proceed and understand what is an array, we should know about why do we need an array. Assume if you want to store and process n different integer values, then without array you may need to create n integer variables with n different names, whereas an integer array allows us to store and process n different integer values just by creating a single variable. That is, this paragraph explains the difference between a normal variable, or we can say an ordinary variable, and array variable. That is, by using an ordinary variable, if we want to store n values, we should create n variables. Okay, that may be floating point, integer, character, or double, etc. But if we are using an array variable for storing and processing n values, we should create only a single variable. That is, just by creating a single variable. Okay, let me explain this paragraph by using a simple program. See, here a simple program by declaring and initializing 5 variables, 5 integer variable, and I displayed this 5 integer variables. Okay, that is, if we want to store and process 5 integer values without array, we should create 5 integer variables. So here the code start with the int main. Int a, we initialize the variable a is equal to 10. That is, a is a normal variable. Dear students, we know that an ordinary variable can hold a single value. Okay, so a cannot store at a time 5 values or 10 values. A can store only a single value, that is equal to 10. That is similar in case of B, C, D and E. Okay, we can display the value inside A to E using printf statements. Okay, so I showed the way of displaying A to E here. That is, print by using the printf function, that is in double quotation %d /n, (a). That is the statement syntax for displaying A. Printf %d /n, (a). So, see, if we build and run, we got the output. Okay, so the output is 10, 20, 30, 40 and 50. So that is for storing and processing and displaying the 5 values. Suppose if I want to store 10 values. Okay, build and run the program. See, the output is 10, 20, 30, 40, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 and 80, 90 and 100. That is for displaying, that is for storing and processing and displaying, that is the 10 values or 10 integer values. Okay, Suppose we want to store and process 100 values. What we do? Okay, we storing and processing these 100 values by using 100 variables. Okay, and suppose if we want to process and store 1000 values, what we do? We should create and process 1000 integer or floating point, whatever it may be, 1000 variables, 1000 ordinary variables. Okay, so in order to solve this problem, we are using array variable. Okay. That is, we are going to define array. What is an array? An array is a group of homogeneous data elements. Okay. That is a list of similar type of data elements. Let me clear all these lines. Yes, I cleared all the lines. Okay. Then I gave a data type. Int. I gave a data type int and a variable a. Okay, and I put a square bracket and give a number, that is 5, semicolon. That is, we know that how to declare a variable. What is the syntax of declaring a variable? The syntax of declaring a variable is data type space the variable name semicolon. Okay, this is the syntax. This is the syntax. This is the syntax of declaring the variable a. Suppose if we want to declare an array variable, we should give the syntax, that is data type, array variable name, and in square bracket you should give the size of the array. So here I created, I declared an array variable, that is a, and I gave the size 5. Okay. And I put equal to and give the brace bracket 10, 20, 30, 40 and 50. So in this brace bracket I give 5 values, that is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, that's separated by comma. Okay. So students, from this line onwards, I am going to store and process 5 integer values inside an array. That is, I am grouping 5 integer values and storing inside the array the variable name, that is a, that is inside array. From this we can say that array can hold multiple values. Okay, so an array can hold multiple values. That is, array allows us to hold multiple values within a single variable name. So what is an array? An array is a similar collection of elements, that is homogeneous collection of elements. Homogeneous means similar type, heterogeneous means different types. We can say array is the grouping of similar type of arrays or similar type of elements. Okay, that is, if you create an integer array, it can hold only integer values. Here I created an array, that is name is a with the data type int. This means this array is an integer array. So this array can hold only integer values. That is, you cannot store floating point values or character values or double values in this array, because this array is an integer array. So integer array can hold only integer values. So if you want to store floating point numbers or floating point values, you should create this array as float. This way. Okay. And if you want to create it as character, you should create by using the data type character. Okay. So in a character array we can store integer values, and in a integer array we can store character values. So an array can hold only similar type of values. That's why array is called as homogeneous collection of elements, that is similar type of elements. So here I created a array with data type integer. So I created the array and initialized the array. Now I want to display the elements of array. Okay. So instead of using this many printf statements, we can write only one printf statement. Okay. For that, I am going to create another integer for one integer variable for displaying this. Okay. So I created a variable I for displaying the values of array. That is an integer array here I created with the name A. I want to display the values that is stored in the array. Okay. So what I do is, here do we display the contents inside an array? For that we have to create a loop through the element. So what I do, I am going to create one integer variable I already created the variable I, and write a loop. That is the loop like for I is equal to 0. I think you all know the syntax of array, sorry, syntax of for loop, because we already discussed about the control structures. Okay, so I written a loop, that is by using the for control statement, that is for, how do we, for I is equal to 0, I less than 5, I plus plus. Okay, so here I initialized the value of I with 0, because array follows 0 based indexing, that we will discuss later. That is, array follows 0 based indexing, that is each element in an array have an index. Okay, students, listen. Each element in an array have an index. That the first index is 0. Okay. I repeat. Students, listen. Each element in an array have an index. Okay. The index is 0, not 1. Listen. Okay. The first element in an array is 0. That is, the value of index is starting with the 0, not with the 1. Okay, that's why we give the value of 0 for I, because I is used for accessing the values of the array A. Okay. And the next element index is 1. So the first element index is 0, I already told, and the next element index is 1, and the third one is 2, and the fourth one is third, and etc, etc, etc. Okay. Here I written I less than 5. What does it mean? Because the last element here has the index 4. We know that here I created an array with the size 5. Starting from 0, we know that the last element must be 4. So that's why I give I less than 5. Okay. And I plus plus, here I give I plus plus. I plus plus means on every iteration of the loop, I should be incremented because we want to display one by one these elements, that is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. Okay. Next, I open the brace bracket and close the brace bracket. Inside this bracket, I'm going to put in the printf statement. Okay. This is the syntax of displaying the elements of the array by using printf statements. Okay. So, how can we display the values in the array? For that, we are writing the array name, that is A, and in the pair of square bracket we write the index. Okay, I repeat. Listen, students. How can we display the elements of the array? For that, inside the printf statement, that is, this is the printf statement. Inside the printf statements, you should write the name of the array. Okay, and in the pair of square bracket, not brace bracket, not simple bracket, square bracket, we write the index. Okay. For example, suppose here a of 0. Okay. Can run. What will be the output? That is 10. If we got the 10, that is 5 times 10. That is, I told you the first value contains the index 1. So a of 0 means I is equal to 0, a of 0 is equal to the first value, that is equal to 10. That is, we know that we gave the loop, so it will display the 10 in 5 times, that is the output we got. Okay. So if we give 1, listen, what will be the output? That is 20, because the value of a of 1 is 20 and a value of a of 3, that is the third value, is 30, and it will display a of 2 will display 30, a of 3 will display 40, and a of 5 will display what is 50. Okay, so instead of writing this 0, 1, 2, 4, 5, etc., I just write here the variable I. Instead of writing this 0, 1, 2, the numbers, I put the variable I. Okay, so I build and run the program. See, what is the output? It is 10, 20, 30 and 40 and 50. Okay. I wrote I here because I value is incremented here from 0 to 4, that is a of 0 is displayed, a of 1 is displayed, a of 2 is displayed, a of 3 is displayed, a of 4 is displayed, etc. When I value comes to 5, what will happen? When I value, I plus plus give the result, the value I is equal to 5, what will happen? I less than 5 is false because 5 is equal to 5, that is this condition will false. If I is equal to 5, that is 5 not 5 less than 5, that's the false condition, that is 5 equal to, we know that 5 equal to 5. So this loop is terminated. Okay, whenever the condition of the loop is false, will getting false, then the loop will terminate. Okay, if I say build and run, I will get the output, that is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Okay. So this is the array. So I think you understood what is the difference between an ordinary variable storing and processing an ordinary variable and storing and processing an array variable. Okay. And I told you already, I told array is a group of element or group of homogeneous data element. Homogeneous means similar data type of data element. Array follows zero based indexing. That is, each element in an array is going to have an index a of I, a of 1, that is a of 2, a of 3. Each element in the array is going to have an index. Each element in the array is going to have an index or subscript. Hence, sometimes arrays are also called as indexed variable or subscripted variable. Okay, that is, I told each element in an array is going to have an index or subscript. Okay, not subscripted, subscript. Hence, sometimes arrays are called as indexed variable or subscripted variables. Okay, thank you.